What's up, everyone? It's your boy NS42, aka Nathan Stapleton here, and welcome everyone to Atlanta Motor Speedway for race number 2 on the season, for season number 2 of the NIRA M&M Truck Series. We are here for 40 laps of racing for the second race on the season, and for the John Deere 200. Last time at Daytona, we saw an amazing race there, and it was Riley Spurlytube in the number 20 for Young's Motorsports that got the win and punched his ticket into the season number 2 playoffs. But Atlanta, this is a totally different animal than what Daytona was. Anyone had a shot at Daytona. Not everyone necessarily will have a shot at Atlanta as the tires fall off. And it's going to turn into a driver's race when these tires do fall off, because we saw an hour ago, less than an hour ago, in the heat race, just 16 laps in, the tires were shot 8 to 10 seconds off the pace. And we are going to see one round of pit stops at some point in this race as well. So we just have to wait and see of how the racing will be here today. It'll be very different than what it's been in the past at Atlanta. So coming into Atlanta, here are the points here in the M&M Truck Series, pretty much where everyone finished at Daytona. Riley Spurlytube is leading the points with 37 points. Billy Hagan is second with 35, and then there's a three-way tie for third between Fagan, Miles, and Colin with 34 points. Sixth is Roger Hampton with 32. 7th is Matt Hall with 30, and same with Riley White with 30. Evan Hunter is in 9th with 29. And then rounding out the top 10 is Benny Watson with 27. Actually, Watson and Christian Russell are tied for 10th with 27 points. So we just have to wait and see if you have a new minute, or if Spurlytube will be able to go 2 in a row here in the M&M Truck Series. Let's go ahead and get these engines fired for race number 2 on the season of the M&M Truck Series and for the John Deere 200 at Atlanta.
Drivers, start your engines!
And the engines have been fired, and all 36 trucks are rolling off for race number 2 on the season and for the John Deere 200. On the pole is the number 49 of Jacobson, and alongside him is the poster at Daytona, Eli Bright, and the number 8. Row number 2 is Dale Campbell and Zach Winkle. Row number 3 is Keegan Thompson and Emily Anderson. Row number 4 is the number 16 of Brett Sela, and the number 88 of Mitchell Collins. Rounding out the top 10 is the number 33 of DJ Reed, and alongside him is the 02 of Zachary DeLillo. "40 laps on tap here today at Atlanta for John Deere 200. We will have one round of pit stops at some point in this race, and it's going to be a wild one here at Atlanta. Jake Emerson and Eli Bright will lead us to the green. And race number 2 on the season, the John Deere 200 is underway from Atlanta. And it was Dale Campbell in the number 15 leading the first lap of the day. And something slightly different, not that big of a difference, but it's still where if you get the pole, that's a bonus point. If you lead a lap, that's a bonus point. But if you lead the most laps, that's 2 more extra bonus points. So Whoever leads the most laps in each race all season gets a additional 2 points. Dale Campbell out front, Keegan Thompson in second, and then DJ Reed in third. Johnny Garner in the number 19, the second straight race in the M&M Short Series. Got Matt's one in the middle in 1 and 2, and he's trying to make the outside lane look, but he gets forced up high. Dale Campbell looking awfully strong right out in the number 15. Keegan Thompson and DJ Reed are trying to catch up to him, but he can't do it. Bonsignor in the 46, and Jacob Tillman's in the number 7, 2 trucks that just made it fever the heat race just a little bit ago. They're up front already. Actually, that's 3 of them, 4 of them, 5 of them. A lot of the part-time trucks got a great qualifying effort. Either that or they are just up front early. Lap 5 now here at Atlanta. Jacob Dillons in the number 7 takes the race lead away. 3x3. Double file out front, and then 3x3 in the middle of the pack. Cody Smart in second in the number 41. These guys just keeping it nice and calm. Most of these guys saw what happened in the heat race earlier when they went 4 wide. It did not end well. So they're just trying to be nice and calm early on. The number 9 of Tyler Fink, he won the qualifying race. That doesn't count as an official NIRA win. He's trying to win this race, steal a win away from the full-timers and get a win of his own. An official points paying win. But here comes the poster. Jacob Emerson, 6 laps complete, and he's all the way back out front, or up front, here at Atlanta. PJ Williams made his way up to the front as well in the number 51. We saw in that heat race of how strong Tyler Fink was in the number 9. But Jake Emerson, he started on the pole, and he has a fast truck going to the race lead. And there he goes from PJ Williams. Jake Emerson back out front, but not for long. PJ Williams going straight for the race lead into turn number 1. The 88 of Mitchell Collins right behind PJ Williams. 2 guys that got terrible point stays at Daytona are 1-2 here at Atlanta. It's sadly what they need to do, and what they really need to do is manage a top 30 in points position. Because if you win, you have to be inside the top 30 in points after 10 races, or you will not make it into the chase. Mitchell Collins to the inside of PJ Williams. This race is all the way flying by. In a couple of laps, we will be a quarter of the way through. PJ Williams looking awfully strong in the number 51. We saw this happen in the heat race about lap 10 or 12 when the tires got really worn out. Tyler Fink in the number 9 trying to take second away from Mitchell Collins, and he does. And he might even go for the race lead here on PJ Williams. But he can't get there. Here comes Benny Watson in the number 3. Moving himself up to 3rd. And Noah Clifton as well. And there's the Daytona winner, Riley Spurlytube as well up front. Benny Watson is not wasting any time though. 3 wide for the race lead. PJ Williams backs out of it, and now it's Watson and Fink. And here comes Noah Clifton out of nowhere in the number 25, and here comes Spurlytube, the Daytona winner, trying to go 2 in a row to kick off the season. Field's starting to get split out a little bit more now. 12 laps in. And this is when we saw the second lane be really competitive with that inside lane in the heat race. It was about lap 12. And that's when it got harder to pass as well. Noah Clifton out front. Here comes Nathan Baird in the number 22. And here comes Christian Russell in the 92. Three by three. These guys cannot make a mistake, especially if they go full wide. But Nathan Baird going to the race lead here at Atlanta. Speaking of Nathan's, here comes Nathan Faden in the number 4 truck. Going to the race lead, and he has help from a fellow Toyota of Brett Sealer. Never mind, because here comes Sealer in the number 16, making it 3 wide for the race lead. And here comes Eli Bright and Keegan Thompson. So far, so good here at Atlanta and for the John Deere 200. Keegan Thompson ditches Eli Bright and tries to make a pass on the inside lane. Not just for second, but now he's going for the race lead as the whole entire field on lap 15 is 3 by 3. Sherman's off in the number 98 as well up front. And he's going to make it 3 wide for the race lead here. And Minsoff has help from the 19 of Johnny Garner. I thought I saw 4 wide. I think I did, and I think there was some kind of contact between someone back in here. Because the field split out now. Might have to look at that if we get a caution or not. But so far, so good here at Atlanta. Josh Williamson in the number 6, he caught air at Daytona, and now he's out front, and here comes Evan Hunter though in the number 83, going for the race lead. Evan Hunter, his return to the NIRA, trying to get a win, but here comes Cody Smoke from help from a fellow Ford of Zach Winkle. Caution free at this point, but how long will we go green? Luke Green in the number 52, going for the race lead now here at Atlanta, and he has help from the number 33 of DJ Reed. But here comes the dominant truck early on, Dale Campbell making his way back up to the front. And all the crashing, PJ Williams, Juan Garcia, KBM teammates are destroyed. Caution's out for the first time of the day here at Atlanta. I'm almost halfway, practically halfway through this race. And Luke Rainey wins the race back to the line. KBM, especially for those two trucks, not having a good season to kick off season number 2. Mo Davidson also on pit road, so he might have brought a piece of it. But the defending champ, I saw him spin around, and then PJ Williams, same situation at Daytona, gets involved in a crash, and he's gonna be done. And he's gonna be the first one, once again, to be out in the M&M's Truck Series. But this is perfect for everyone else, because halfway through this race, make pit stops, and we won't have to pit again in this race at all. And everyone is in onto pit road, but who will win the race off of pit road? Something happened to Dale Camel right then and there. He just got into his pit box and instantly retired. Wow. So maybe something happened to Dale Camel that I didn't see. Okay. Looks like Jake Emerson with a long time on pit road. Same with Mitchell Collins, and obviously same for Juan Garcia. But it will be the number 52 of the green that will lead us back to the green, and supposedly it was a tire issue for Dale Camel. We have to wait and see if that was what really happened. But with that being said, let's see what happened to bring out the first caution of the day in season number 2 of the NIRA M&M's Truck Series, and for the John Deere 200. Here we go. This is what happened to bring out the first caution of the day. They went 4 wide in the tri-oval. Then coming out of the tri-oval, Juan Garcia and Zachary Delillo got into it, hurt each other, and went down the racetrack into Benny Watson in the number 3. And just around went Juan Garcia, and then nowhere to go for PJ Williams in the number 51 into his teammate, and then into the outside wall. Mark Davison and then hits Juan Garcia with a big time hit, and Seo Diaz luckily avoided that one here at Atlanta. But some really big hits in a 3-truck crash here at Atlanta. Following along with the 18 of Juan Garcia. On board with the 51 of PJ Williams. Welcome back here at Atlanta for race number 2 on the season, and for the John Deere 200. Mark Davison is a lap down, so he will be on the inside lane. Only 2 trucks that are out are the number 8, the number 15, I should say, of Dale Camel, and the 51 of PJ Williams. And we do have a problem for the number 41. Oh, that's a big time problem. Macaulay Smoke blows up here at Atlanta, and looks like Mitchell Collins might also have a problem as well. His teammate, 2 Thor Sport trucks with problems under caution. Meanwhile, it will be Luke Rainey leading us back to the green, back green in the John Deere 200. Mark Davison really slow it in that number 87. Really slow. And he's holding up the back half of the field as well. It looks like he's really going to put the outside lane, not really the inside lane. But now this is going to change everything and cause the pack to be spread out. Looks like Juan Garcia is stuck in 3rd gear, only going 143 miles per hour. But that's going to be a big time problem. And Mitchell Collins is still on pit road, so once again, the 88 not having a good day here at Atlanta. Back out front, 15 laps to go in the John Deere 200. Zach Winkle took the race lead away from Luke Rainey, but Luke Rainey trying to fight back on the inside lane. And Luke Rainey, I should say, is going to take the race lead away in the number 52 once again. And this Mitchell Collins going back onto the racetrack in the number 88. Here comes Roger Hampson and Jacob Dillon's making their way up to the front. Right now, we have about a 12 lead Pat. And then we have this second Pat trying to catch back up as well, but now Mitchell Collins is blocking him a little bit. And there is Juan Garcia in the number 18, going to put some of these guys up and majorly put Roger Hampton. That was close between him, Roger Hampton and Tyler Fink. That was really close. And I'm going to have to deal with Juan Garcia the rest of this race, being stuck in third gear. Stuart Friesen. I did it again. Oh man. Luke Rainey, I should say. Jesus. Luke Rainey out front. Jacob Dillons, Madison Tall out sponsoring and Evan Hunter the top 5. 3 full-timers and 2 part-timers inside the top 5 right now here at Atlanta. Next time by, we will have 10 laps to go in the John Deere 200. Early on it was Dale Campbell that was dominating, and now ever since he got out, and even before that caution, it looked like it was going to be between Rainey and Hamill, but because of Hamill having a tire issue, it's been all Luke Rainey since then. But here comes out sponsoring with out time for KBM. KBM has not really had a good day for the 18 and 51, but the 46 and the 4s have been really strong. And there's Mark Davison in the number 87 for Neem Cold Motorsports. Luke Rainey, and oh my goodness, Bonsignor tried splitting them. They tried splitting and Bonsignor tried getting to the bottom, but could not make it work, and almost turned the number 87, and he's going to pay for it, as he's going to get screwed over by Mark Davison, and that might cost him to have a shot at the race win. And now it's a battle between 2 full-time trucks, Luke Rainey and Evan Hunter. With 8 laps to go this time by. You can't forget that we have multiple Pats, and a lot of these guys are single file or not really are alone and not really in a big Pat. But Jacob Dillons and Tyler Fink, 2 part-time trucks, trying to make their way back up to the top 2. 7 to go this time by from Atlanta. And there's Juan Garcia once again in the number 18, and we might see him one more time after this. This time he's going to let the top 4 go on by. But it's going to be the rest of these guys that's going to get a little bit hairy. And that's pretty much going to make it be a 4-truck race for this race win. Two full-time trucks and 2 part-time trucks. Who will get the race win in the John Deere 200? Jacob Dillon is trying to take second away from Evan Hunter in the number 83. But the true test is, can anyone get by this number 52? Can anyone get by Luke Rainey? The point of no return. 5 laps to go at Atlanta. If we get a caution now, most likely the race will be over. Fifth place is almost 4 seconds behind, so it's definitely going to come down to these top 4. Four laps to go. Luke Rainey dominant the second half of this race. Can anyone stop him? If anyone will, it might be this number 7 of Jacob Dillon's massive run off of turn number 2 and to the inside maybe of the Queen. Not quite. Remember, if a part-time truck wins, most likely they will not be in the chase. And that would be one spot. Well, that would be one race where there would be a particular spot open. Because there's more races than there are spots. Jacob Dillon's to the inside of Luke Wayne. But Luke Wayne with a massive one on the middle. These tires are really old now. Almost a second off. Evan Hunter going to try to make it 3 wide for second. But we just have to wait and see what will happen. 2 laps to go. And remember what I said, we might catch up to Juan Garcia one more time. And I think we will. It's going to be close if we do. And we will catch them right now for the final lap. And for the final time, the 54 is on pit road. They're going to split Juan Garcia. Final lap at Atlanta. And here comes Evan Hunter in the number 83. Where did he come from? Is Evan Hunter going to steal it from Luke Rainey? Luke Rainey got held up by the number 18 of Juan Garcia. But Luke Rainey's been so strong on this middle. But he's not going to be able to do anything. The dominant truck of the day is not going to get it done. Evan Hunter wins the John Deere 200 with a last lap pass. Wow. What a finish. What a race. You have to feel for Luke Rainey right there. He dominated that second half of the race. And if it wasn't for Juan Garcia, for whatever reason, he got just a little bit held up. And that's what caused him the race win here at Atlanta. And that's what helped those 3 trucks to catch up with Luke Rainey on the last lap. So, Evan Hunter gets the job done. Tyler Fink in second. Luke Rainey third. Jacob Dillon's fourth. Josh Williamson in fifth. Noah Clifton in sixth. Zach Winkle in eighth. Seventh, I'm sorry. Cesar Diaz in eighth. Alex Bonsignor in ninth. Stephen Colon in 10th. And then Zachary DeLello in 11th. Anson Paul 12th. Keegan Thompson 13th. And Riley Spurlytube, the Daytona winner, gets 14th. Henry Williams 15th. Nathan Faden 16th. Christian Russell 17th. Brett Stewart 18th. Roger Hampton 19th. And Shane Winsoff rounds off the top 20. 26 trucks finished on the lead lap. DJ Reed, Dale Lightning, Jake Emerson, Larry Hagan all finished one lap down. So I think they ended up had to pit on the last lap of coming to the white flag or something. Because I know that I saw the 54 pit. So apparently it was on fuel strategy or something with those 4 trucks not getting enough fuel in to the trucks. Mark Davidson 31st, 2 laps down, and then Juan Garcia and Mitchell Collins 32nd and 33rd. 3 laps down, and then Cully Smollett blew up with a camshaft in 34th. Dale Camel with a tire issue in 35th, and then 36th today was PJ Williams once again after getting involved in a crash that was not his fault. So thank you guys so much for watching race number 2 on the season, and for race number 2, up season number 2 for the M&M Truck Series. Evan Hunter, first series in a long time that he's raced on this channel, and he gets the job done in the John Deere 200 and locks himself into the chase for season number 2. Thank you guys so much for watching here from Atlanta. Congratulations to Evan Hunter in the number 83. And until next time, from Kansas for the Nike 200, I will see you guys next time. Bye. Bye.
See you